In their simple life together, Lily and George were on the hopeful path of starting a family, having recently settled down in the town of Cullings after moving far from their previous home in England. George had been offered exciting opportunities within his company, Railer Solutions, and Lily had happily agreed, so long as it didn't hinder their plans at home. Their routine now buzzed with the anticipation of trying to conceive. The shared dream of welcoming a new life into their home infused into their daily conversations and plans. One morning, as the sun reached through the window, George prepared for another day at work. In the routine of getting ready, he strolled down the narrow hall toward their bedroom to grab his coat. However, as he neared the room, he overheard Lily engaged in a conversation that seemed to be with herself. The dialogue was vague and hushed, making it unclear if this was her typical internal monologue, or something he should be concerned about. He was quickly reminded of Lily's tales of her family's bouts of schizophrenia-like symptoms. Resisting the urge to confront her, he entered the room, pretending he hadn't heard. Lily, standing in front of the old antique full-length mirror, turned and eyed him timidly, as if she feared having been caught in the middle of an episode. Grabbing his coat, he kissed Lily goodbye, the unspoken worry lingering in the air as he left for work. In what he knew of Lily's family history, George gleaned fragments of information about her mother and grandmother. Both had weathered periods of strange symptoms that had never been diagnosed, marked by moments of confusion and seemingly engaging in conversations with invisible entities. But the real peculiarity lay in the eventual resolution, where these episodes ceased and no other lingering issues persisted. It left George with a sense of bewilderment as the shadow of a familial struggle loomed over Lily's present experiences, stirring concern about the echoes of the past now resurfacing. The following morning saw a disquieting repetition as George, in the midst of his morning routine, overheard Lily's hushed yet intense conversation. The muted tones suggested an argument, though the specifics eluded him due to Lily's deliberate efforts to keep her words contained. Entering the room, he found Lily facing herself in the mirror. The mirror's involvement for a second time struck George as odd, given its history. Lily, realizing she'd been heard, turned to him with uncertainty, leaving George at a loss for words in the face of these unsettling occurrences centered around the mirror.
"I'm worried about you,"
George said, his concern etched in his furrowed brow.
"I know you've been doing this lately. What's going on?"
Lily, caught off guard, replied,
"I'm sorry. It's probably not what you're thinking. This is..."
She paused for a moment, choosing her words carefully.
"It's a coping mechanism, I suppose. I was aware of what I was doing. I was talking to myself, trying to rationalize things."
As she continued, her eyes seemed to analyze George's expression, attempting to discern his thoughts.
"I'd just been super stressed with work and..."
She hesitated again.
"What's wrong?"
George pressed.
"I was worried about what kind of mother I'd be,"
she said.
"I just wanted everything to go right for a change, you know? I knew I should be talking to you about it, and not myself."
"Yeah,"
he agreed, a mix of relief and understanding crossing his face. Lily added,
"I didn't want to worry you. Ironically, that's exactly what I ended up doing. I'm really sorry. I won't do it again."
Concern lingered in George's eyes as he asked,
"Are you sure you're okay? You can tell me if you're not."
"I promise you everything is fine,"
she said.
"I really won't do it again."
"I love you,"
he said, embracing her.
"I love you too,"
she responded, sealing it with a kiss. George grabbed his coat and left. Lily watched from the bedroom window until he drove away, then turned back to the mirror, her expression shifting to a scowl. Her reflection, like a specter within the confines of the antique mirror, took on a life of its own. The desperate cries echoed through the glass.
"Please don't leave me in here."
Lily faced the mirrored version of herself, resolute, responding,
"This is the way it's been done for generations. You're with your mother now. And your grandmother, and your great-grandmother. You'll stay young and beautiful there. And I'll live out my days here on this side, finally able to have a family, to grow old, to die. It's all I've ever wanted. It's all any of us on the other side really want."
As the new Lily walked away from the mirror,
"No!
her reflection,
Please don't!
Lily's genuine self,
Please!
remained trapped on the other side. The pleas persisted, gradually fading away into the mirror's uncharted realm. Lily's new, and forever, backward world.